I am testing foundation so you don't have to. Today's foundation of choice is the Smashbox Studio Skin 1 hour wear or 18-hour wear hydrating foundation. And it looks like this. I haven't used this in a minute. It's also one of the items that's in my kit that I normally reserve for customers. And I'm going to use it with the Hello Good Stuff primer from Essence. This is an amazing primer. So it is probably a dupe for the Glow Skin Plum watermelon one that they have, which we don't get in South Africa. But I mean, if you can just smell this primer, it smells like watermelon. It's almost like you want to eat it, and it's super hydrating. So it leaves your skin with a lot of moisture. It's super for under your foundation, and it's really affordable. I think it's about 119 Rand at Clicks, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let me just open this. Okay, so the consistency of this foundation is, it's like fairly runny. It's not a thick foundation, and it also has a pump. I prefer pumps when it comes to taking foundation out of a bottle. That's the one thing from Estee Lauder, the double wear, that I don't like, is that the bottle doesn't have a pump. And so this foundation is really good coverage, and it really, so you're actually supposed to use it with their primer, which I don't have, but they have a primer. It's in like a silver and black packaging. I think it's called Photo Finish, if I'm not mistaken, from Smashbox, and it's an amazing primer. And it really just, the combo together works amazingly, but this is also working well. So as I said, it is fairly runny, so you need a bit more than what you would normally use just to get the cover that you need. Nose of mine. One day I will get something that will actually cover it. Okay, so let me finish this, but just so that I can come close, it's just here by the nose that I need to blend a bit more, but you can see it is actually a very beautiful finish. I'm going to finish my makeup and then I'll be back. Okay, so I wanted to show you something. I've taken a piece off because, as you can see, what it's doing, if you can see, it actually flakes my skin underneath. Now, I'm thinking it's the primer combo, that the primer might not be right for this foundation. So I'm going to take it off and try a silicone-based primer. All right, so I finished my makeup, and from where I'm standing, it looks fine. However, if I come close, you will see that around the nose area and a bit on the chin, it's not where it needs to be. I have really struggled. I've taken it off twice now and used different primers. I don't think that it's the product. I do think, however, that it is maybe the skincare that I'm using. We need to remember that sometimes our skincare will not react the way we want it to react to a product. I've used the Smashbox on clients with no problem at all. But for my skin type, it might just be a problem just because of what I'm doing with my skin at the moment, the skin cycling, etc. It might be that's why it's reacting the way it does. But let's see how it wears through the day, and we will make a final decision later today. I will be back. Okay, so it is basically just before So it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. And so this is my finding on the Smashbox foundation. So you can see that it's obviously, we know that's going to happen. Unfortunately, around the nose area, you can't really see it, but if I come really close, you can see it. It started making like little, it's like it separates. Around the nose area, it separated here, on the chin area, as well as here. My face felt stiff the whole day. It felt very dry. As I said in my morning video, it could possibly be my skincare products that I'm using and the skin cycling that I'm busy doing. So it might not necessarily be the foundation. So it's definitely not a foundation that I will use again for myself. But as I said, I've used it on clients before, no problems with that whatsoever. So it could just be my skin type, and that is what you will find. So for this foundation for myself, I'm only going to give it a 6 out of 10. In terms of price, it's very, very pricey. I mean, you're looking in the region of 700-800 Rand for the Smashbox foundation, which I think is quite pricey in consideration if you look at some of my other videos that I've done on foundation and the type of coverage that I got from that foundation, and I didn't have the same problem that I'm having with this one. So price, I'm only giving it a 5 out of 10.